Hello, this is the Outlander Botanist. Today I'd like to talk to you about a plant that is mentioned in the Outlander series of books and the STARZ series. But before I get to that, I'd like to talk to you about the purpose of these videos. The purpose of providing this information is not so that you go out and dig up wild plant material, which is called wilding, or harvesting plant material to make your own medicine, nor is it designed to encourage you to make your own medicine. If you want to go that route, you really need to get with an herbalist and a person that is just spot on their plant identification. But the purpose of these videos that I'm doing is to provide education so that you can take this knowledge and grow your own Outlander garden in your own living space. Now, believe it or not, a lot of these plants you can purchase through seed catalogs, mail order, local nurseries. So there's really no reason to go out and wild these plants. We really need to keep them in the wild so everyone can enjoy them. So today's plant I'd like to talk to you about occurred in Dragonfly and Amber in Chapter 9. So just envision Claire walking through the Palace of Versailles gardens, and it was referred to as the carpet of green. And she sees a Forsythia blooming. Now, Forsythia is a very, very easy plant to start. So if you have a neighbor, there's no reason to go out and purchase a Forsythia, because I promise you that neighbor will let you have all the starts that you would like. Well, if you don't have a friend that has a Forsythia, by all means go out and purchase one. But again, check with your neighbors. I bet they have one that they would love for you to get a start of. Now, the reason why I said that a Forsythia is so simple to start is there's two easy ways that you can get a start. One is through a cutting, and you want to do a cutting on new growth, and you're going to cut this at an angle. Now, the reason for cutting it at an angle is twofold. It's healthier for the mother plant. When it's cut at an angle, it prevents water from pooling on that cut surface, which would cause the stem to rot. And cutting it at an angle, it has been found that the angle cut allows roots to form a lot better than a straight cut. Now, in some cutting situations, you need to use a rooting hormone. In this case, you don't. This plant is so easy to root. So what you're going to do is you're going to strip the leaves part, as I'm doing here, because what we're going to do is we're just going to simply shove this in the ground and it will root. Like I said, it is so simple, but you want to make sure that you don't have any of these branches or leaves that are touching the ground. If you have that, you're going to have a rotting problem and possibly a disease problem. And then you're simply going to stick it in the ground. How deep do you need to stick it? You need to stick it so that the cutting itself is self-supporting. So I would tell you to do a 3 to 4 inch cut and then strip, but you do not want to strip all the leaves off because that's what's feeding this stem. And then you're just going to push it in the ground. All right, the second form of propagation is even simpler, believe it or not, and all it's going to take is you're going to need to take a branch that is already pretty close to the ground, if not touching the ground. Now, when I show you this technique, I know you're going to ask, well, why hasn't this branch already rooted? Well, it hasn't rooted because it hasn't had complete contact with the ground the entire time. The wind has been moving it around, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step on this, and I'm going to take this brick, just a plain old brick. You can use a stone, you can use a log. The point is you want to make sure that that stem has direct contact to the soil. Then next spring, you can take that brick off, and believe it or not, you'll have a second Forsythia plant already growing. You're going to simply cut that branch off where the roots, dig it up, and plant it in your own yard. So I hope this video has been helpful for all the Outlander fans out there. Until I see you in the gardens again, this has been the Outlander Botanist.